Alright, testing. Looks like my mic's working. How we all do today? How we do tonight, chat? Hold on, let me get my face cam up. Looks like it's working. How do we do tonight, chat? We doing good? I know it's kind of a little late for me to do a live stream, you know, this late into the night, and it's 10:30 where I'm from. I have a fever. Ooh, sounds like a bunch of fun right there. But for real, I'm sorry to hear about that. That is, really shitty. I hate having a fever. Last time I had one, it felt like I was gonna die. Funny enough, I don't really get sick often. So, there's that. Okay, let me fill you in. I've done a little bit of work. While I have not been live streaming. A lot of detailing around the map. Got gameplay finished. I think I got it finished already beforehand, but got quite a bit more detail worked up. And I'm gonna try and dedicate this night to what is it? To working on the map a little bit more. No, I didn't want to close that one.
With us last year. Just filed
Let me
with
get.
TurboTax.
Okay, cool. TurboTax ad. Cool beans, cool beans. But no. Tonight it is going to be dedicated and allocated into working on this and getting this stuff done. I have a good feeling that I can get a lot of this stuff done. I'm still trying to work on this train because I've been modeling this train for like a day now. So far it's been going pretty well. I am liking the direction that it has been going in. Otherwise, another big important announcement that I need to make. We are so close, 3 views away from hitting 1K views on my Luminance Victor. Wild. I'm gonna say right now, that is wild business. Well, I want to see some. I need to look at rules real quick. No advertising or self-promotion without permission. Okay. Well, it looks like I'm not going to be able to do anything, but like I was mentioning though, nearly 1K views on this. Wowza, I wasn't expecting this to hit 1,000 views. Crazy stuff to me, but yeah, otherwise, to not hold you guys up anymore, I will get on to doing this. Otherwise, I will say, how have you guys been doing? I'm hoping you guys have, outside of course, the blue that you have, how has things been holding up for you so far? Otherwise. Let me get my hair moved down here, styled up a little. I'm not liking how my hair looks. Maybe I need to make it more staticky and everything. I was thinking about doing a Player Obscure or Expedition 33 live stream a little bit, but I decided to skip out on it. See what I want to do with the gameplay here. Let's see here. Maybe this. Yeah, that looks decent. Oh, by the way, the train that I'm taking reference to is this one here. Trying to get all the little good nitty-gritty details in. I'm thinking about also getting a 4K monitor. That way I can put it on this screen here, and then I can put my actual 4K monitor that I have right now over here. Be able to more easily look at things and also have a more ingrained detail thing going on. Because right now I just have a 180p monitor. So it's darker like this. But no, otherwise, I am looking forward very much to what the new jam is going to look like. I'm very curious as to what the theme is going to be. I am hoping this is something related to the cult, though, because I have a really good idea if that's the case. Like a really, really, really good idea. I love tea, by the way. I've been getting myself into tea. Peach tea, that is. Really good stuff. It has essentially helped my soul. It's also kind of, right now, my replacement for sugar. Or at least it's trying to be the replacement for my sugar intake, because I will be honest with you, I do drink way too much sugar, too much for my own good. And it's probably something that is going to be very detrimental in my life if I don't stop trying to drink or trying to stop getting as much of my sugar intake in as I already have been getting in. It is actually really bad. So I've been trying to replace my sugar intake and lowering it down with something a little better, hence the hence the tea. And generally speaking, just trying to, what is it? I've also just been trying to get a lot of more, what is it? I've been just trying to switch up my drink because it's not just sugar, it's also, what is it? A multitude of other things. It can be, it's gonna be like all the caffeine or artificial caffeine that is in the sugary drinks that I do drink. That's never good, so, you know, why not try and kill two birds with one stone, right? Try and cut sugar out of my life. Or I'll not cut it out entirely, but definitely, like, lower the, effect of sugar, of my sugar intake. Because, you know, diabetes is a bitch and I don't want to get diabetes. Because I'm sure no one does. Let me pick the next song out. Oh, screw it. We'll listen to Hyperspace V3.
I vape, but I don't like need to vape, you know? I only do when my friends do it. Or on the weekends. I don't know. I don't really like to think about it.
That is so cool. It's Facebook. Cool. I love these vape ads. Because that's exactly what I do, right? Is I just vape. I don't vape, by the way, Chad. I don't have a vape. Nor do I want to. Nor do I think I'm even old enough to vape. Hold on. How old do you need to be to vape? Okay, you gotta be 21 years old to vape. I am 20, and I'm not really willing to break the law for a fucking stupid e-cig. So, yeah, there you go. I love this song. It's so good. I'm gonna be honest with you, like, I don't understand some of the hate that goes to, what is it, to Lux. Like, I can understand some of the Electrical Devastating V2 hate, but V3? Oh, it's so good. It's so good.
So freaking tough, bro. Boy, this shit is so tough.
I have an idea, actually. That's my fucking... I don't know why it's like this. It's alright.
Genius can come from anywhere, with untapped potential in all of us. It was true for Hedy Lamarr.
So cool. I don't even know who Hedy Lamarr is. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna search this up, and I bet it... Oh, it is an actual person. American actress and inventor. What is she's an inventor of? Wireless communication technology. Cool. It's actually pretty cool, not gonna lie. Austrian American actress and inventor. A secret communication system using frequency hopping. Some of the 140s or 150s for IQ. Not too bad, actually. Did not know about that. Alright. Split my hair down again. I'm wondering how this will work. Alright, let's see here.
Congratulations. You managed to survive.
The McDonald's snack wrap is back. You brought it back.
Oh my god, I don't
Yes.
care about the snack wrap. Fuck the snap wrap and its family. I do not care about the snack wrap. Chad, I need to get my stuff shaped. I need to get my face shaved. By stuff, I mean face. Should have emphasized that a little. Bro. What is going on in general? Crazy diddy shit's going on in general right now. Truly. Oh boy. I'm gonna slick my hair back. There. I'm gonna keep it real with you, Chad. I honestly think that Deteriorating Reality completely got robbed for highlights this month. Like, that map should have been the insane highlight. And don't get me wrong, like, what's it called? Cryptic Cascade, that's what it's called. I'm gonna actually give it a star. Cryptic Cascade is a decent map, but is it like... But the question really comes into play as to whether or not it is a like highlight worthy over something like Deteriorating Reality. No, I'm not gonna say that's the case. I personally like Deteriorating a lot more. And then there's some people that are just like, that's not all it. It's not all it. And it's like, what do you mean it's not all it? It's literally so peak. Like, that map is so actually, like, unimaginably good, yet people are out here saying, like, it's just mid, and it's like, what the fuck are you on about, dude? That map is so good. Because, yeah, okay, I'll be real with you, yes, a lot of the map does have an issue with, what is it? With same, you know, particle stuff. I wouldn't even say it's an issue, it's just that some people think it is, when in reality it's like pretty well around the area. Let me see if I can't find it. There it is. Also, while we're here, obviously, Courthouse. I mean, that one's the given. Playtesting my map. But no, it's like, this map is so good, because yeah, there are a couple of issues with some of the, like, detail stuff. But genuinely, like, this map is so good. It's just unfortunate that I don't even know if it'll get highlighted. Just due to the fact that it's an Aquavade. Well, no, I guess not. I guess if Cryptic Hillside was able to get in as a highlight as well, then this map has an option and opportunity as well. I personally love the shit out of this map, though. Like, this is such a good map. And then I'm hearing people that are like, oh, it's just an alright map and everything, blah blah blah. And it's like, what do you mean it's alright? It's good. This map is absolute peak. I'm probably dead at this point because I've been kind of pissing off. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna make it. I think I'm gonna... what is it? I think I'm kind of bullied out. Hold up. Oh, made it with just 2 left. Again, hello, Arvin. But no, that map is so peak. I love it. Also, how we do today. Their listed city got updated finally. Nice. I will give it a play here in just a second. Let me get this part set in place. I have been working on Courthouse Overflow in anticipation for the jam. I changed the acid pools into water now. GG's! Let's go. Hold on, I'll give it a play in just a sec. Let me get this detail down. Alright, time to get there. Restart. There we go. Do I have it saved? Guess not. Alright. Give me just a second. Food? OJ6 NT1F4J. Coolio. Okay, there we go. Hold on, I'm gonna restart that one and then get this. Okay. Oh, give it time. Oh boy, I might have to restart character to, there we go. Oh. Nice top head view thing, I guess. Please don't tell the cutscene broke. The cutscene broke. I'm sorry to tell you, the cutscene broke. No. Yeah. No, you're good, mate. I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm not the biggest guy to know about cutscene, like, timeline stuff, so I would imagine that it's semi-difficult, but yeah, it does not work. I think I only had, like, a cutscene in a discontinued version of one of my maps. I really don't see much of a reason to have a cutscene anywhere, unless it's, like, showing some parts of the map in the beginning, or like the zoom out from like industrial overfreeze. Pretty cool. Pretty nice update. I don't have Hanami saved. And Shigri. I'm gonna play Alien Overgrowth. Yeah, thanks for playing and checking out the new update. Hold on, I'm gonna replay it again and see if the cutscene is still broken or if it was just a coincidental thing. Here in a little bit, once I get done playing this map. Oh, I'm gonna fix it now. Daycat probably ungrouped the map, so the cam part got lost. Oh, that's very that's fun. Nah, generally speaking, I know I've kind of been. What's the server ID? I don't have a server ID up and running just yet. I'll get one up and running here in just a little bit. Generally speaking, and I know like this isn't the example that I generally do. I generally just have it in a model regardless, and then work on other things. But if it's something that's like big, and I probably shouldn't have it in a model because it just makes, you know, grabbing things a lot harder because you have to always constantly be pressing Alt and everything to just grab things, and you can't. And like you can do like this and all that, but you have to hold down Alt and all that, where I can just like, you know, do this if I have to. This is out of the model, by the way, but that's assuming that it was in a folder instead of a model. Group it into a folder? Yeah, I need to get around to doing that or making it more of a habit on my end to group it into those. Into them folders. Let me see this map. Let's see how... It's stuck again. I don't know if it's just like my internet or if it's just a problem with FE2 because whenever I reloaded... Okay, yeah, it's just the top. It really is just like the camera breaking. Do take in mind as well. Hold on, I'm gonna quiet this down just a little bit. Do keep in mind that it could also just be the camera, what is it? It could also just be, like, the camera position, I'm pretty sure, just somewhere else. Like, I don't know if it works on, like, an X, Y, and Z, like, reference, like, a part's somewhere here, and the camera zooms into, like, this area. So many collaborators for an easy map. I mean, look at Tungsten. That's not too bad. I mean, look at... Okay, I guess it's not in here. Let me search up... Oh. Neko. Okay, I guess it's not in there. Tungsten... Aquatic? Yeah. Planesian aquatic exhibit. I mean, look at that map. It's got like how many people that collabed in it? Like 30, 40 people? And that map's a hard map, so I don't really count it against it too much. Unless the map is genuinely just like that bad. I like the reflective ground. It's a pretty cool element of this map. contribute to
This shit. This. Guys. Yes does not mean this.
Okay, you gotta go over here. This part is the part I died to initially. Because I didn't know where to go. Avoni, nice face. Thank you, Venus. Thank you. I remember there was a meanie that said I had a horrible face. So I had to slime him out. I had to slime him out really bad. Actually, I have a meme on my PC. Because someone decided to, like, give me a Sigma edit, right? I'll pull it up here in just a sec. Once I find it. Oh, I gotta go over here. No, don't kill me! Please. Please, Neko, I need this. My mama kinda broke. My mama kinda floodless. Oh shit, Austria? What? Didn't work on this? There's no way. I understand. I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be like the underrated map creators thing. There's no way Arid's on there. Arid literally made like... He made Undersea Facility. That was the like most popular map in 2024. Like the most popular crazy map. Also, Derelict City's cutscene should be fixed now since I found the cam part and look at... Okay. Oh. Let me exit out of there. Hold on. Actually, before I do play Derelict, let me pull up that picture that I was talking about. Oh, I should probably move that out of frame. Not that. Why do I have a thing called Agartha? Oh, I know what this is now. Okay, I'll explain the Agartha thing later. Someone did a horrible Photoshop of this here. I think you should honestly try out Banished Bonfire. Alright, I'll give that one a play here in a little bit. It better be good, or else you're banned. You're banned if it... Oh, I played this map already. This one's decent. I think I played it at least. Hold on. Let me pull up the image, because I am getting close to it. Oh, that's punching babies in public prank. No. Forsaken Era. Oh, yeah, that's right. I don't know if you guys know this, but Forsaken Era is getting new lighting, as well as a new picture, obviously, to compensate. I think it looks pretty good. Pretty good, indeed. I'm looking forward to it. That and Lost Desert. I'm pretty sure those are the two that were mentioned. I don't know if there's any more that was mentioned. Oh, whoops, I accidentally gave a map. You already tried Forsaken Era getting updated in the main FE2. Yeah, this is once Coolzak figures out, or this is once Coolzak updates the game. This was something that was announced like 2 or 3 months ago at this point, but essentially, what is it? Coolzak thought that some maps looked really bland because they didn't really have any like lighting in them. Lost Desert was one of them. Forsaken Era was one of them. I don't know if he's going to do any more, and if I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not too sure if he is going to update any more of the old maps, just considering that there was someone, I'm not going to name any names, but there was someone that was playing on the FE2 dev place yesterday. Damn, it seems like, to be honest, it's the closest we're gonna get to rehydrated in main FE2. Highlights are releasing this week, I'm assuming, lol. No, I don't think they're gonna be actually, I'm probably 50-50 on it. Historically, knowing everything, Coolzak's probably gonna release the highlights right at the end of this month, because that's what he did with October's highlights. Like, what was it? Let me check. Yeah, he released the October highlights on the 25th of October. So, I'm not too sure if that's going to be the case or not. Oh, yeah, shit. I accidentally opened up a RBXM. That's not good. Oh, this is also one of the other things that Coolzak showed. He was going to update lost pages as well. Damn, it seems like this is the closest we're going to get to rehydrated in main FE2. I think we are going to get... I think we're going to get the rehydrated maps here. Just because of that aforementioned friend of mine that did get, what is it? That was playing in the FE2 dev place. Which, by the way, it's closed down. You can play it. And everything. Congrats on highlight. Yep. Congratulations, I got highlighted a total of 0 times this year. I don't really even care about highlights at this point. It used to mean something very special beforehand. Highlights really do not mean anything to me now. They're kind of just a popularity, well, I wouldn't say a popularity contest, but it's more or less just like a thing that happens. They have lost all of the charm of what makes a highlight now. I counted and we've already had a whopping 23 winter maps in main FE2. Snowy Frost V3 when in FE2 main game. That one's not really a highlight for me, though. That was like, okay. It's a long story, and I have to get into it because I did work on the development of Snowy Frost V3, I think. I worked on the development of Snowy Frost. So what happened was before, it got leaked like 2 weeks beforehand from Steve Big, right? He fucking leaked his own highlights and everything, you know, fun stuff and everything, right? What is it? So I asked Medium if I could work on the map because I play tested it, and there were a million issues. There were like 2 different safe spots in the map, and he was like, "Yeah, sure, you can play test it, right? You can do all of this stuff, right? Like, you can play test it, you can do all of this stuff." So I tried play testing it, and I tried looking through it, right? Also, let me just move this stuff over again, because I am trying to delete some of these random files on my PC. Okay, that's... that... That's just a tier list. That is a map of the day list. But, what was I going back on to? Hi, I'm new. Hello, Mighty Plays. Let me get into this real quick. How do I join you? I'm not hosting a server right now. I will in a little bit, and then I'll, put pools on. Or I'll put, actually, I'll put load maps on. But this is mostly going to be a... what is it? A map making stream. I have been kind of slacking off the whole time. But no, what is it? God, what was I going on about? I was literally yapping. I forgot. Okay, I'll just go off and say... Oh yeah, that's right, Snowy Frost. Okay, so, Snowy Frost. I came by, I was like, hey, Medium, can I help you with this map? And he's like, sure, but you're gonna have to help out with the CM version, not the highlight version. We're already locked in for the highlight version. And I was like, okay. So, I used to have pictures of it. Actually, I think I can pull it up. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna actually beat this map real quick, and then I'll pull it up. But I had pictures that I had previously from some other maps that I worked on previously, as well as some original details that were supposed to be for Snowy Frost. Some of them did stick around as, you know, permanent details just for Snowy Frost alone. Some of them ended up getting put into some of my other maps, like Fungal Grown Kingdom, especially with, like, the little house thing I had built. But otherwise, oh, okay. Actually, while we're on this, but otherwise... Hold on. But otherwise, I have done... I, like, did all of that stuff, and then after highlights came out, I was added into the group, and I worked around a lot with detailing and everything. And then I finished, also gameplay, because generally speaking, gameplay's my critique, right? So I was like, okay, cool, whatever, right? So, I'm almost there, hold on. Inactive, hold on. I'm gonna just search up my name and then the phony. And we're gonna go to our oldest message here. Okay, so... Wait, let me read this. Yeah, Snowy Frost kind of just felt like one filler content map of the 2024 December highlights. Same could be said for stuff like Cryptic Cascade for the December 2025 highlights. I wouldn't mind 1 or 2 winter-themed maps, but if all 6 were winter-themed, I'm honestly not going to be happy. Yeah, I understand you, and I think that's what Coolzak kind of understands, is that he doesn't want all maps to just be winter-themed. But, what is it? This is a map that I had, or this was a snow thing I had in mind. I was really contemplating on whether or not I was going to use the actual snow thing, or if I was going to use the sand thing for it. I made this detail here, kind of as a little indication. Also did this one here. What is it? This is a buttonless route that I found. I understand. I know it probably hurts your eye seeing me play in first person. I am a first person player after all. But yeah. This used to be Can Collide True. And you just used to be able to walk past this whole thing. I think it's gotten fixed since then. Yeah, I'm kind of joking in a certain sense, but some people find it weird that I do play in first person. I also beat it in first person buttonless during development. Nice. There was 2 maps that I found that you could beat buttonless. Well, not buttonless. But where there was one Moonlight Forest, right? I'll pull that one up later. Also, this is the house that I was building by the end of the day. I think I did a pretty decent job with it. All in studio, mind you. I don't think I ever got around to using this. Snowy Frost buttonless. Yeah, it was not only buttonless, but you could also just safe spot. I found the safe spot. I also found in Moonlight Forest, whenever that map was still a highlight, right? I was able to find a safe spot in the map. I'll get you to it. It's right here. I think it's like button 2. Also, there's this map called Starfall Views. Let's just say that the details, lighting, and design are buns. Yes, it's my first map, so I'm making a V2. Oh, nice. There you go. This was essentially how to save spot. I will say that, like, just generally speaking, all, what is it? All, like, I'm not expecting anyone to have a good first, map. I can very much tell you that my first map was not good. It's kind of hard to get into because to describe like what my first map was, by technicalities, it's Your Acropolis, which is a old map that can no longer be played because I am not going to port it over to FE2, nor do I want to port it over to FE2 and make it beatable because of the physics changes that happened beforehand. What is it? But no, you were able to just save spot here. But that map was genuine garbage. It used free models, like a lot of free models, right? And, so I just kind of, like, went on to forget about that map until we had that old FE2 server thing back of it, and then because it's this map right here, right? This map was complete garbage. This was my first one ever. Yeah, maybe Venus. Do you know that there's an FE2 map that has 100 buttons? Yeah, yeah, I do know. There's quite a few maps that have, like, just an overabundance of buttons. But no, this map was genuine ass. This map, like, took me 3 hours to rebeat again because it's so genuine dog shit and also really, like, breakneck neck tight. It's unreal. But no, this map's bad. This map's really bad by any means whatsoever. This is a bad map. But this was my first one, technically speaking. It never got... If you're talking about one that was actually on the forums, it would be... I forget what it's called. It's like a Dunes map. Dune of the Overworld. It's Heated Dunes. That's what it is. It's Heated Dunes. There isn't any pictures, I think, that I cannot show. I don't know if there's a video on YouTube. FE2 Heated Dunes. Yeah, there's literally not a video on YouTube of this map existing. I can tell you, though, that it did exist, and... what is it? I can tell you, you cannot... you cannot play it anymore. I have not ported it. I don't know if I even have... Shit. Wait, hold on. You guys might actually just be lucky enough to be able to see my first forum map. Which, by the way, it's not a forum. This was back when event scripts were still being used, right? You would spawn in this area here. And this was the torch I think I built? Yeah, this was the torch I built. You would go over here, press this button because it was an exploding button, and then you would go over here, jump on this, and use this to go over here, get into this area, go down here. I'm also pretty sure this was an exploding button. Go up here, here. Mind you, this is, well, technically, I would say it's my third functioning map, but all in all, it is my second map that was semi-released, my first map that was actually released to the public, right? So I played it. There would be a truss that popped up. You would, what is it? Go on these things here, press this button, a thing would spawn here. And then you would go over here, do this little wall jump, wrap around to this single thing, go over here, up, long wall jump to here, go down. Then you'd go over here, jump on here because there's trusses. Basic desert theme map, to be honest, but honestly, I think this could have had potential. Hold on. And then you go into this giant thing, and I had no idea what the fuck this thing was supposed to be. I was initially thinking, like, lighthouse, and that's what people were saying, was that it was a lighthouse. So you would have to do, and this one was evil, you would have to do a wraparound, jump onto here, jump on the side here, jump, I think, on this no, not this truss. You'd have to do a long jump onto here, do a wraparound, jump onto here, over here, go over to this button. A platform would pop up, I think, here. Yeah. So you would have to jump up here, 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 up to here, go around, drop down here, go back. You would have, there's like a zip line here. You would have to jump down backwards here, right it up to here, go through here, which, by the way, this doesn't work. This had like some problems with it. And then you would have to jump on this tree to go over here, jump up here, which I think would take you to, like, I forget, hold on. Let me turn on zip lines. Yeah, you'd go over here, jump off here, climb up here, truss jump here, boom, press this button. What was it? I think it was like something popped up, and then you could ride this up. Oh, this would fall off, and then you'd have to ride this truss up, go over here, and then drop into the hole here. But, no, all around, that was the map, and it was pretty garbage. But then, my actual map that got released, I'll answer your question in a second, Venus, I just saw it. But to answer your actual question about what my first map was, it was this one here, and this one's pretty garbage as well. But for, you know, an actual first forum map that still stands, and I consider it to be my first forum map, but for a first one to actually stand, it's alright, I think. It took like a week and a half, I'm pretty sure, to make. And then there's just been a whole flurry of maps beforehand, afterwards that, you know, blah blah blah, all this other stuff. You don't have to answer this, but what maps would you pick if you could choose 5 community maps from 2017 to 2018 that should have been added to main FE2? I don't know if I can answer that. I don't know too many 2017 and 18 maps. I'm not going to say Archipelago, because I do have quite a few options with that. And I do want to make it very clear, I think there is a massive, steep difference between having a map highlighted and then having a map actually be a permanent, like, addition to the game. Ooh. Let me see. Actually, let me pull up the wiki and see if I can, like, get any, like, information. Damn, I can't. Shit. I'm not too sure, honestly. I don't know too many 2017 and 18 maps, and the ones that I do know have already been highlighted, or, yeah, they have already been highlighted and everything. So I honestly could not tell you. But, no, getting back to it. Okay, let me make a FE2 server real quick. That way you guys can join in. By the way, I mean this as in maps that could have been added during the 2017 to 18 era, but it's okay. I figured the only like two maps that I can think of that weren't already added in that were made in like 2017 and 18 was uh Archipelago and Closing Hours, but both of those maps have already been, you know, highlighted. Uh Annihilated Academy, I guess. I mean, it's not really that amazing of a map, but it's like one of the most iconic ones, I guess. That I don't think it really stand too well up by today's standards, even by Pishaseku's standards, but I don't really have much of another answer. Also, how do we like the trip? We think the trip is looking good. Trip. I think it looks pretty good. The festive holidays. But I honestly I could not tell you because I do not. I was not really around during that time. Well, okay. Technically, I was. I played FE2 all the way back in 2018, back when Forgotten Tombs was added into the game and Mysterium was added into the game, as well as Beneath the Ruins. I think I was in the community like a week before or after it got highlighted. I forgot. The only reason I was able to return back to this game, however, was because of the fond memories I had from all the way back when, and this was back in 2022. It was back when I, you know, rejoined back into the game. And had my whole journey as, like, a map maker and everything. I believe I joined back in, like, July of 2022. Oh, okay, cool. Ho ho ho, Merry Christmas. No, come on. I've got to go for the night, but it was great listening to you yap about random things. Hope you have a good rest of your day / night. See ya. All right, I will see you later. Hope you have a good night.
Sleep tight.
Also, we have been streaming for
6-7 minutes. 6-7 chat. 6-7. Crazy. It's crazy, chat. We've been streaming for 6-7.
I'm sorry, chat. I have disappointed. I have failed you guys tremendously. Please accept my apology. Please accept it. I am sorry for having to bestow upon you this great brain rot. But, no, what is it? Back to what I was initially supposed to do. But, no. Also, continuing on with whatever I was talking about, right? I think that, what is it? Hold on. Oop. I am going to be honest with you. I think that we are going to be seeing here in a little while, rehydrated maps. I cannot confirm it to you whether or not rehydrated maps will or won't come. I truly cannot confirm it, but what I can do is speculate, and I believe that, considering that Coolzak has literally said that he has plans for it later on down the line, I would imagine that, you know, I'm gonna move this over. I would imagine that, you know, he would eventually, you know, get something, or that he would be working on it. I'm sorry, I fucking was struggling to say anything there for a second. I would imagine that he would, you know, want to have the maps again, considering that they've been like one of the highest, most requested things since like the inception of the idea of rehydrated maps. I mean, for fuck's sake, it's literally pinned. It's literally a pinned forum. Move this back up. Alright, chat. I am going to take a little break. I'm gonna head off to the bathroom here in just a minute. I'll be back in a minute. I'm back.
I am back to doing the map making.
What's the link? It is a link to
Less amazing server,
not actual Discord server, but it is to the FE2CM server.
Shut down.
I remember this map. This map's for years. But what is it? Okay, I want to see something real quick. First off, raise your hand if you're still here. Type something stupid like E in the chat. But second off, Yuletide. Can you play Yuletide, please? No, you cannot. And fuck you too, then, game. I'm going to play Yuletide. It's made from Penny. Or Penne, however the fuck you pronounce it. I don't know how you pronounce it. I don't know how you pronounce TS. But TSPMO, 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 TSPMO. Okay. Oh, don't do this game. Thank you. Honestly, you want to know something that's really sad? It's just how inactive Eritor is. Eritor, if you don't know, he's the guy who made, what is it? He made, Forlorn Christmas. Wait, where did I go? Where did I go to? Being a Uber. I would genuinely be surprised if Yuletide Haven did not get highlighted. Honestly, like, I would genuinely be surprised because this map is bad. This map is bad. This map is so bad. Only losers like this map. No, I'm kidding. What is it? The map is pretty good though. Like, even the V1 was pretty decent. So it's like, I was kind of surprised that V1 didn't even win last year. Because it should have. But one of the things I am really hoping about right now is that Coolzak is able to get the update for, what is it? For FE2 out as fast as he can, and hopefully it brings along some new maps. I would love like 1 or 2 maps with the addition of the rehydrated maps, the changes to the CM maps, obviously some of the new lighting for some of the other maps, etc, right? Because honestly, FE2 kind of needs it now more than ever. That, and then of course, he is working on a tutorial. So this next update, I am speculating, is going to be a massive update. Like, massive quality of lives for everyone, including, you know, remakes of the rehydrated maps. I'm hoping that is the case. He has not said anything about it. I think it is most likely to happen, though. Let me grab that, please. That, and I would genuinely be upset if it were not the case. I would actually genuinely be really upset if that is not the case. But now, what is it? So the reason why I say that I am really hoping that we are able to get an update out December is because Flood Escape 2, honestly, if you ask me right now, it's not doing too hot. I know this is not really, amazing numbers and everything, and that this is CM. 33 people, not the end of the world, pretty decent, especially for nearly 12 a night in the Americas. But then you look at, like, the actual game, 205 people active. Like I mentioned before, not too bad. Not too bad. If it were for... It's not too bad for FE2, nighttime and everything, right? However, and this is the big however, this is the big important thing that I need to mention to you, is that daytime hours is still not good. We're not even cracking the 700 mark anymore. And that is when people were always just constantly doom scrolling. That's when people were constantly saying stuff like, oh, this game is dying, this game is dead, all of this stuff, right? Like, that is when people were genuinely, like, saying all of this stuff, right? What does this chat even say? Okay, whatever. I'm reading the chat. I probably not your chat. I'm reading Discord chat. But like, back to what I was saying though. It's just like, to me, it's like, this was back when people were saying, "Oh, this game is dying. Oh, this game is this. The game is that." Everything. Even back when CM was a thing, right? Even back when I'm gonna turn it down just a little here. Even back when CM was a thing, right? Or not CM, but back when like CM was like the new thing, and people were saying like, "Oh, CM," they were hyping everything up, like, "Oh, the return of a bunch of maps, right? The return of a whole bunch of things here and there, all of this stuff, right? Like, oh, it's the return. We are so back and everything. The return of like so many new maps." And all of this stuff, right? That was back in like those days, right? But the thing is now, right? Is this metal? Yeah, that's metal. That's also metal. Okay. But the thing is, right, is like nowadays with CM, it's like, like, or not even CM, but like the CBG in of itself. I know it's kind of all right now, or there are people that are saying things now, right? But like all the way back when, right? Like, this chat would be, you could pretty much strike up a conversation anytime in this chat, and there would be like, you could strike it up at like 2 p.m. at night. You could strike it up at 2 p.m. in the middle of the day, or 2 a.m. or 2 a.m. at night. There was always people that were chatting here. And although this isn't the case now, there is just like a multitude of times now where it's like, look at this chat here. 11:40. Oh, hold on. Never mind. That I was about to say. I thought it was like 2 o'clock. I'm getting way ahead of myself. But like, you would get like chats where like the message would be like, let's say this message here. This message would have been like 11 o'clock, and then this one would have been like 2 in the morning. In a server that is how big? Not this one. Not this one either. What's the server? I don't see anything. I can't see the numbers. It's in a server that's 40,000 people. Essentially is what I'm trying to say. 40,000 people in the server, right? That's how many people are around, right? And the simple fact is that there's just not that many people that are around. Now, I'm going to say right now, I think that there's a lot of people in this server talking and interacting now because of something like Wildburn's FE2 Jam server, but beforehand, like, the server used to be so much more different. It used to be so much more, like, just... It used to be so much different. Or, like, it... Not different. It used to be so much more dead, and I think it's now with the revival of, you know, like I mentioned, the jam that's happening, that people are coming back into the server and saying, yo, what's up and everything, right? I think it's like that. I think it's that aspect that has brought so many people back into the server again. And don't get me wrong, or at least started to interact with people in the community and everything. And don't get me wrong, that's cool and everything. I think that's really nice that we are able to now have people come back into the server and interact with it yet again. But that's going to be temporary. I need to remind you guys of that. It's only temporary that this is going to happen. This isn't going to be a thing that happens forever and it stays like this, where it's going to be busy all the time. Interacting with people is going to be like a thing that barely happens. Or it's going to be like something that will die out eventually once we are done with, what is it? Once we are done with the jam, it is most likely going to stay active for a little bit longer, and then it's going to die down. And I don't like to say that, and I don't like to be a doomer or anything, but that is like something that I've noticed with CBG for the longest time now. And like I mentioned before, I don't like being a doomer. I really don't like being a doomer, especially for this game, considering that I'm like literally a map maker and I'm literally working on a map right now in the midst of me, you know, talking about this. But by the end of the day, I think it is a very important thing to have to note and to have to notice. And that is that a lot of people really aren't, they are leaving in mass droves and everything. We genuinely need to, like, we need to up our game here. Like, genuinely speaking, we need to up it now. But I think that's like the important thing that we need to realize, right? Is that
How do we help everyone build?
for whatever reason, like, this game is dying. Despite the updates, despite the things that we have been getting in place to make the game better all around, this game is visibly starting to die off. Like, the player count was hovering around the 700 to 800 mark on average back just last year, and even reaching up to 1,000 on some good days that weren't just highlight days. And now it is like 200 players, 300, 400 players, maybe 500 maximum. Maybe 500 maximum, right? It is maybe 500 like players at max I don't even think like highlight numbers are able to get this up. I'm pretty sure it's like the first day or two of highlights, it's like what 800 players or so, maybe hitting up to the 1K mark, and then it dies down. And this is if it's a good batch, or if it's like a batch that people really like, then yeah, it punches up to that number, but otherwise it dies down quite quickly. And let's not even talk about the fact that there are like, what is it? Something like Forsaken Foundry isn't even like, what is it? Something like Forsaken Foundry, like the last highlight, like Crazy Plus highlight, isn't even available right now. It's removed. And I understand, like, I want to make it clear. I understand the sentiment of why it's removed. All of it being that, you know, Coolzak needs to make sure that people, you know, Coolzak needs to make sure that people, what is it? I'm sorry, my mind blanked. I understand the sentiment as to why the highlights from last month needed to be removed, you know, CM perms being as inflated as they are and everything, and how hard it generally is already to get a CM map in of itself. But at the same time, it's like, it really sucks because Forsaken Foundry and all of the August and September highlights, I would argue, is like the best batch of this year. April's batch was mediocre. July's batch was good and in a better direction, but still needed some oomph to it. It still needed some push to it. Right? It still needed some, like, pushback to it and everything, right? But unfortunately, it's just not the case. And then, what is it? This month's batch, pretty decent. I'd probably argue it is the second best batch that we've had. And that's saying something because October highlights generally aren't the best thing in the world. Like, last year's, like, October batch was, I'm going to be very clear here, and I don't mean this in a rude way, it was abysmal. It was really bad. The only, like, somewhat decent map out of them all was Harvest Falls. That's really telling when Harvest Falls is your winner map. And mind you, Harvest Falls was about a year old or so by that point. So, it's like, it kind of hurts to see. It does kind of hurt to see and everything, right? Yeah, Forsaken. The fact that the last part of the lane is so badly placed you can walk over them. Oh boy. Can you send the Roblox link so I can join you? I am just in a public lobby. I don't really have a link for it, because, you know, it's just a public lobby and everything. Where is it? I know it's somewhere. Oh, it's in the other room. I forget. But it's like, to me, it's just... I don't know, man. I'm tired. I'm just tired of the direction that FE2 has taken. Or not taken, but I'm tired of, like, what's just been going on with FE2, honestly. It really is just kind of depressing to see the direction and where it's gone, because it is a genuinely good game. It just suffers from an overinflated, like, map pool. Which is why, like, one of the things that I really like about what Cobalt said, I know I'm going to point it out right now. I think I'll explain what Cobalt's, like, idea is here in a second, because Cobalt is a friend of mine, obviously so. I'm going to say the number one biggest thing that is... What is it? I will say that the number one biggest thing that really suffers from his idea is that there would be a tremendous amount of lag that would come to mind when trying to work on the proclaimed idea that he has for his map. And the fact that it... What is it? The fact that it would fuck with stuff like spectating and how spectating works and everything, right? So, if you don't know, Cobalt's idea is essentially to... what is it? It is to essentially make it to where there's a separate part of the map, right, that has... What is it? That has the CM maps all by themselves, right? And then our side, and then there would be the base game perms. That way they are separated, and that way if you wanted to play CM maps, you could go and play CM maps. But if you wanted to play perm maps and not have to worry about CM maps being in the pool and in the roster, you could also very much do with the exact same thing. What the fuck? I pressed the... Okay, whatever. Whatever, dude. I literally pressed the button, but whatever. Like I was saying, though. That way, it's like, if you wanted to play CM maps, and you were tired of the perm maps, right? You could do that, right? It's very much accessible to you. You could go to that side of the map, play it. But if you wanted to play CM, or if you wanted to play just the perm maps without having to worry about playing any CM map, you could also do so without having to sacrifice the potential of having to play a CM map. What's your Roblox username? It is the Voni. It'll be essentially the same name that I have on my YouTube. I don't want to play Graveyard, honestly. If you want me to, I'll type it in chat as well. But no, it's just something that kind of makes me mad a little, right? Or it makes me kind of depressed to talk about it. Because I think it's a good idea all around, except for the two things I mentioned. Lag and... what is it? Lag and accessibility options, and how stuff like voting, or not voting, but like how stuff like spectate would work, and boosting and all of that, right? Like, how would that stuff work exactly, right? Also, I'm only going to be playing like 20 minutes of this, by the way. Who's this guy? I thought I realized his name. Yeah, second one. Damn, dude. 11 pre-votes. I think it's 11 or it's probably 10 pre-votes. That's wild. But it's just, it's something to me. I don't know. I know I'm sounding like very kind of like doomy about it and everything, but you do got to take it in realization that this is kind of like one of the big games that I'm, you know, in. Like, I'm thoroughly in, kind of, you know, a little well-known. I'm not going to say I'm the most well-known, you know, map maker or anything out there. Thanks, I'm gonna join you. Alright, alright. But no, it's like, it's not like my most I'm not like the most popular person there, nor do I really, honestly, when I think about it, nor do I really want to be the most popular person, right? Because, you know, constant harassment and the high, like, approval looks you would need to have in order, you know, do well, and just the constant everything else would just kind of be overwhelming to me. I'm happy being like a more middle ground like map maker. Like, I'm well known and people do hold me to a somewhat good standard, but the standard isn't like sky high where I need to be innovational, right? Although I want to be innovational, I want to be someone who makes something that is unique, right? But that's just me personally. But no, it's like one of those things where I'm kind of middle ground known. But, like... What is it? But like, you know, things just aren't... You know, they're just not, like, amazing or anything. Or they're not just... It's just depressing to me. It's honestly just kind of depressing to me. And I think there's quite a few things that I think could be worked out in order to make FE2 popular again. I mean, there was literally something that I'm pretty sure Wildburn even mentioned, like, back when he was a moderator for the CBG, of course. I'm pretty sure he had, like, a whole thing up saying, like, what are some of the big fixes that we need in FE2? And how do we make FE2 more popular? And we answered some of the questions. Do collaborations, do... what is it? It was do collaborations, you know, have big streamers, you know, come to the game, make it easier for new players to understand the game and everything. That's what Ito did. That's what Eternal Towers of Hell did. They were able to make a game that is actually, like, new players can get into. I was able to get into it, and I've never played Ito before. I mean, actually, that's a lie. I played it for, like, 5 minutes, and then I quit after I failed a tower, and then I heard that there was this big update that, you know, improved the quality of Ito, right? And made it, like, so much better and everything. I was like, cool, I'll give it a play and everything, right? And I did. And I can tell you, I definitely played a lot more of Ito. I definitely got myself more hooked into it and everything. So it does work. It very much does. If they were able to do it well, then FE2 can do it well as well. Coolzak said that he didn't want to add in like a tutorial thing, but rather he wanted to add like little prompts that would pop up and say like, let's say, you know, trusses, right? Like if you're like, hey, you see this truss, you can press your jump button to go up faster on it, right? And it's like stuff like that. It really is just stuff like that that will help new players learn a lot more. Or stuff like, hey, read the, what is it? Read the signs. They'll point you into the direction of where you need to go and everything, right? I'm pretty sure that's like the tutorial he wants to give out to new players and everything, and honestly, I like it. There's even some things that they have implemented in place to make new players' lives like so much easier. They have a thing in place where acid, or not acid, but lava trains are much easier now. Wow, 4 people just died there. Jesus. But there's just like so many things that people can do to make, like, they're thinking of solutions, right? I should point it out, they are thinking of solutions. They are trying to figure out like what they can do to make FE2, you know, genuinely better and everything, right? Okay, this part's gonna kind of scare me a little. But like, you guys know what I'm talking about, right? Like, you guys understand where I'm coming from when it's like this, right? No? Cool. Do not tell me we have people lazy enough to not hit buttons. Get the button! Cool. Oh, we're all dead at this point. Good job. Okay, cool. I'm gonna leave this server. New connection. Cool. But no, what is it? To me, it's just like, I hope you guys understand where I do come from when it comes to this. Cool. But no, it's like, that's the thing that I'm just not like a big fan of though, right? Is that like, it's kind of like, it's hard to explain. Because there's a lot of issues. Oh my god, what is that? But what is it? Back to what I was saying though. Well, the whole thing though, right, is like, it's just like, it's like, there's just a lot of underlying issues with it, right? And I'm not happy about it. I really don't like to have to talk about it in this length, because by the end of the day, I mean, it's like one of the, like, only reasons why I come around to playing, you know, Roblox games ever.
Most people don't know that you can get a domain from Squarespace. Not just a website. But you're not most people, because now you know you can get a domain from Squarespace. Something like velvetchords.com for your music studio. Or kidchords.com for your middle school band camp. Whatever your dream, Squarespace is how you make it happen, all under one roof. Get yours before it's gone with offer code MAKEITREAL for 10% off your domain or website. Terms and conditions apply.
But it's just the whole thing to me, right? It's just the whole thing. It really does just make me sad by the end of the day as well. Because I am really hoping by the end of the day that everything does turn out, you know, better. Everything turns out for the better. Okay. I will say, this is one of the things that I do miss, right? Is that, it kind of looks like a train from the distance. I need to add, like, little park into it, though. Ooh, I don't give a fuck about your stupid Facebook ad. It really does not interest me. Damn. Honestly, this OST is really good. But no, like, what is a perfect example of me talking about, like, how this game's kind of died out is, like, look at just, like, general FE2, right? Like, let's see here. Luminance, 4 months ago. I mean, you obviously have my live stream here. Luminance, 4 months ago. Validity Reaper Tuner 94, hello? Hey, what's up? Not XZ, 12 hours ago. Snowy Cordelia, 2 months ago. 2 months. 3 months. 2, 3. 3, 2, 11. Although this one's more or less just a recommendation from what I've been watching previously. 4, a year. Oh, okay. That is. Yeah, a year. 2 years. 6 months. Don't worry about that stuff. 6, 4 years, 4 days, 2 years, a month, a year, 9 months. Normally speaking, Flood Escape 2 would, or if you had any like quote-unquote active community, you'd essentially be getting videos at the very most about a week or two, maybe a month old. But based off of like, you know, based off of the count that people have, right? Or based off of I'm trying to remember what it's called, based off of the recommendation that YouTube would pull out, or that YouTube would show to people, right? And that, it's very unfortunate. It really is truly just unfortunate. We're not listening to Pizza Time. I do not want to listen to it. We will listen to... I'm not too sure. Maple Massive.
Whether you file dozens or thousands of forms.
Boo! I don't care.
As for businesses of...
There. Also, how are you doing tonight, Reaper? I'm sorry, I was trying to finish up a tangent of mine. Talking about, you know, FE2 and everything. You know, the general events of what's been going on with FE2. It's okay. Yeah. Essentially, it's a long conversation. It's about like 30 minutes probably of me ranting on about FE2. So I'm going to give you the quick rundown of FE2. Essentially, content-wise, we are in a drought. We are suffering heavy from content. And from, like, no content whatsoever. Right? Like, it's bad. It's pretty bad. This is a little too big. When you come to think about it, right? That, and then, like, we just have not gotten, like, any fulfilling or meaningful updates. Like, and what better way to show you than through Coolzak's messages, because he is, by the end of the day, he is the team lead, right? Like, the latest message he really has about showing anything is just, like, knowing about a issue and trying to work on it, but otherwise, it's like, essentially just, all of this was from someone's self-esteem. It's been a while since we've gotten anything FE2, like, talking-wise. That, and then, of course, you know, Crazy Blocks being gone is... really, it really sucks. I understand why Crazy left, but it really sucks that he left. Truly, because he only comes around every once in a while. But no, it really sucks. We have been in a pretty bad content drought for a hot minute now. Ew, it's something. But otherwise, you guys are not here to hear me talk about content droughts. You're here to watch me do map making. And to that I will say that so far I've been enjoying, you know, the content makings side of things, working on this map. Of course, I'm
Reese's trees, oh Reese's trees, there's chocolate all.
I love Reese's, but I'm not going to let an ad play like that on my stream, or at least not going to. So, like I was mentioning though, so the whole reason why I'm working on this is, well, A, it's just a map that I've been working on, meaning to, you know, get around to finishing it and everything, obviously so. But also because, you know, I kind of want to hone in my skills a little bit, you know, be able to get, you know, a little bit of work under my belt when it comes to, you know, the map jam that is coming up, because I do have an idea in mind for a particular thing. I'm not going to tell you what the thing is, or anything. I will say that it is a thing that I kind of wanted to go for even before the jam was announced. Crazy, I know. But, you know, obviously never really got around to it. So that kind of sucks. However, I'm trying to get around to it now. So, yippee, I suppose. Okay, I'm trying to look at a train carriage thing. So, it would be like... this, I think? So far, looking. I'm sorry, I'm trying to take inspiration off of this here. Also, my battery's low, so that's fun. Oh boy, okay. Oh. Hold on, my music just kind of cut out. Forsaken Foundry, whatever, I'll just listen to this, I guess. I accidentally did something else off camera. Dude, the music is so good in Forsaken Foundry. so good. I don't know how Axmat was able to do it, but he was able to do it. Axmat, cook. Continue cooking, my boy. Okay, so that's aligned correctly. I understand, it's a low battery. My headset's nearly dead, so gonna have it on the side charging. Well, I'm gonna be listening to my stuff still. I'm just gonna be charging it off to the side. I don't see much of a reason to have this about. Doesn't really look like it's playing much of a reason. Music is just, it's so good. I don't know how Axmat does it. He just cooks. He cooks high quality, esteemed meals.
This holiday, Verizon is giving you incredible gifts and savings you'll enjoy all year. When you switch, you'll get 4 new iPhone 17 Pro.
I don't care about my 17 Pro phone, whatever.
La Roche-Posay Double Repair Face Moisturizer.
I don't care. I don't need face moisturizer. I have a fucking beard and a clear face as is.
99% perspiration. That's what
I don't need it. Thank you. Thank you. microphone was being a little stupid. Maybe 19 out.
Some people just don't get it. That Squarespace isn't just for websites. You can get a domain from...
Sure. I don't understand the hate for Nightmare Castle, honestly. It's actually so peak. It is so incredibly peak. I want to showcase something to you guys real quick. Look at how cool this is. This looks really cool. Like, what? I understand that it's kind of like hyper-realism and everything, and, you know, I'm not a big fan of hyper-realism. But this is freaking cool. I kind of like this. For hyper-realism maps, this looks not too bad, actually. That looks so good. Like, what the hell? I am just hoping at this point that it plays good. Okay, I think I'm gonna end live stream for tonight. I've been streaming for about 2 hours. I think it's a good stopping point now to, you know, end it all. Or not end it all like that, but stop the stream. You know what I mean? So, I might come about Saturday to doing another live stream. I'm not too sure. We'll have to see. This is kind of one of the, like, rare few instances where I come about. So, if you liked the stream and everything, I don't know why you would, honestly. I've kind of been just fucking off and really silent the whole day, but if you like the stream and everything, and you want to support me, go ahead, subscribe, all this stuff. I'm gonna try and, get some more content. I'm gonna try and get around to streaming more often. No promises and guarantees, though. That's all I will say. No guarantees. But otherwise, thanks for watching. I'm hoping to see you guys about later on. I am going to figure something out with my wife. I have, like, an insomnia or something. Anyways,